We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. That is a hard act to follow. We are not wanting to be the reason for all of the fun to stop. You are knowing what you are wanting. Fun, for one thing, yes. Desire is such a good thing. So when your desire and your belief are in the same place, in other words, when you believe what you desire, then there's no resistance in your vibration. Then you are in sync with the whole of you. Then you are in vibrational alignment with what life has caused you to configure. You've been sifting through life, haven't you? And through the ups and downs and what you call trials and errors, and through the sifting of the contrast, you have come to your personal preferences, and we want you to know that they matter a lot. In fact, you were born for that. You were born to come to your personal preferences. And we also would like you to know that when those personal preferences are accomplished by you, and we really mean accomplished, because it's sifting and sorting and living of life that helps you to come to those conclusions of your preferences. And we want to say to you that they matter a lot. Don't let anyone talk you out of your preferences just because they vary from other preferences. Don't let anyone talk you out of the ideas that are born within you, because you came into this body to give birth to those very ideas. Don't let anyone make you feel uncomfortable or embarrassed about your uniqueness, because it is your uniqueness that is your greatest gift to the whole. The individual you are matters so much. And so everything we say is never about causing conformity among you. It is always about encouraging the diversity, the variation, the magnificent uniqueness that adds to the palette of the whole. We want you to know that coming into your physical body was not something that you frivolously accomplished. It was something that you very much intended to do. And everything about not just your birth and entrance into this time-space reality, but everything that has come since is predominantly influenced by the powerful intentions that you held from non-physical. In other words, you knew your value most of all, and you knew your worthiness most of all, and you knew the potential for a joyous life experience most of all. In other words, you knew all of those things, and you came for the joyous eternal continuation of your expansion. You didn't come to save a world or to fix a world. You came to have your fun within the world. You came to experience what the world could offer you, what you could glean from it, not in terms of possessions, not in terms of what the world would give you in terms of material objects, but what the world would give you in terms of vibrational balance, which was the basis of the birthing of the new ideas that you knew that you would come to. And you knew that once an idea was born within you, that everything that is non-physical, everything that surrounds you in the non-physical, everything that man wants to call God, what we call source or your inner being, all of this non-physical energy is flowing forth to assist you, not just some of you, all of you, and not in a general sense, but in a specific, unique sense, because you are known specifically by source. So when life causes you to know what you don't want and therefore know what you do want, you emanate a vibrational preference, and you don't even really know you're doing it usually. You do quite a bit of that before you even become aware of desires. So there's a lot going on vibrationally that just happens as a result of the perfection of you perfectly fitted into this time-space reality. In other words, so much happens before you even need to become consciously involved. But once you do become consciously involved in the deliberate creation of your own life experience, then and only then are you really doing what you intended to do when you came into this body. None of you said, I'll just go forth and see what happens. None of you said, I'll let someone else run the show or run my show and I'll just go along for the ride. Every single one of you said, I will go into my experience and I will create my own reality. And you all came without exception, loving 100% of the population already here and that was yet coming. 100% of them, 100% of you loved when you came. Your prejudices and your cutting yourself off from well-being did not start until after you got here and became part of the shortage consciousness of those who had already forgotten the power and the value of what you are. So as you get here into this time-space reality and life causes you to launch these rockets of desire, law of attraction gathers them, because law of attraction is the manager of all energies, of all vibrations, of all frequencies. Law of attraction gathers these vibrational frequencies that you have offered. You might call them desires, but in the beginning they weren't really desires. They were just awarenesses. You didn't like this and you automatically preferred something more, but you weren't even able to put words to it. You were just subtly doing what you knew you would do as a life form on the leading edge of creation. It just happened to you because so much had come before. You were so already a creator of your own reality that you just came and instinctually knew what to do, and you can't stop doing it. You cannot stop sifting and sorting and launching rockets of desire. In other words, you cannot stop doing step one of the creative process, which is ask. Life just elicits it from you. Now when you ask, law of attraction and source energy and your inner being and all of us focus upon what you've asked for, and we give it our attention. And by giving it our attention, law of attraction brings more to it. So once you launch a desire, your desire becomes more and more and more and more. And further, you don't just launch that one little desire. You're living broad enough life. You're launching lots of desires, and those desires, most of them dovetail together in a very unique and powerful way right away. And so you become more and more and more, because what you give birth to in terms of vibration, as your inner being joins it, you evolve. Or you could say more accurately that the non-physical part of you evolves. But we want to say to you that the non-physical part of you cannot evolve without the physical part of you evolving, because you cannot detach yourself from that. You were source energy before you came into this physical body, and when you came, that source energy part of you remained there as the resourcing source of you. So you come and you do your part just like you knew you would. You come, you sift and sort, and you ask for more. You ask for more than you have ever asked for before, and you ask for more collectively than has ever been asked for before. So the universe is expanding as a result of your, in most cases, unconscious asking. Good morning.